Now we're ready for the fun part. In this video, we are going to discuss how to conduct your open house. We will talk about what to do once a buyer walks up to your front door, how to get feedback from each buyer, and at the end, I'm going to give you some important safety tips. At this point, you should have done everything in your advertising and home prep checklist. All that's left to do is to sit down and wait for people to drop by. If your open house begins at 1 p.m., you should be at this point at 12:30. There will be buyers who stop by to your open house early, and that's okay. Oftentimes, these are going to be your most interested buyers. Think of it like people who show up early for yard sales. They are there to buy and they want to be the first one in the door. While you're waiting, if you see someone lingering outside, wait till they come to the door. They could be waiting on someone or looking over the outside of the home. If those buyers never knock on the door, don't worry about it. They saw something that wasn't a good fit for them on the outside, and so they decided not to waste your time or their time. There's nothing that you could have done to change your mind. Once you hear the doorbell or a knock at the door, both you and your partner should answer the door with a smile. Have a sign-in sheet just inside the door and ask for the buyer's name, phone number, and email address. Ask the buyers to sign in. If they hesitate, reassure them that it's for safety purposes and you will not be contacting them. You can even tell them that some crazy guy on the internet told you to do it. If they refuse, it's okay to ask them to leave. You don't have to ask them to leave though, just go with your gut. While the buyers are signing in, ask them some general questions to start building rapport. Start by asking them if they had an easy time finding the house. Ask them how they heard about the open house. These two questions will let you quickly know if you need to put more signs out and where your buyers are coming from. Once they're done signing in, ask them if they want a drink or snack. I recommend that you have drinks and snacks. Coffee and cookies are always good. This gives you a chance to ask more questions and gives you more time to build rapport. Other questions to ask include, how long have you been looking for a home? What are you looking for in your next home? Do you have kids? Do you work from home? These questions will give you valuable information to better position your house as the right house for them. Alternate who asks questions, as this will help you figure out who has better rapport with the buyers. When it comes to the tour, only one person should lead the tour of the home once you're ready. Whoever has a better rapport with the buyers should give them the tour. The other seller should stay behind in a central area of the home. If you have two buyers in the home at the same time, you can split up and give both buyers tours separately. If 3 or more buyers show up at the same time, one of you can give tours while the other one keeps the remaining buyers in the snack area, engaging them with small talk until the seller's finished with the tour. Don't worry though, this will rarely happen. If you have a set of buyers and they decide to split up, the seller who stayed behind should join the other buyer who split off. When you're leading the buyer through the home, make sure that you let the buyers walk in front of you. Direct them on where to go, such as turn left here or let's go into this room. It's important to let the buyers walk into each room first so they have an unobstructed view of the space. Give 1 or 2 tidbits about each room, such as the dimensions or something interesting about the room. Make sure to use the intelligence that you gathered earlier about the buyers to help them imagine what each room could be used for. For example, if one of the buyers works from home, make sure to point out which rooms would be great home offices. As you're giving the tour, make sure that everything is conversational. If the buyers don't ask any questions in the tour with, "What questions do you have?" During the tour, make sure to cover every area both inside and outside the home. Once you're finished with the tour, ask the buyers if they've ever bought a home without an agent before. If they have not, take time to explain how easy it is. I recommend telling buyers something along these lines. Buying a home from the owner is not difficult at all. Your mortgage company will arrange everything that needs to be done. This includes any appraisals or inspections as well as arranging the title work. I have a real estate attorney that can handle all the legal paperwork and would be happy to meet with you at his office to go over any questions you might have. Once you decide you want to make an offer on the home, just give me a call and we'll work out the details. Once we reach an agreement, I will send the details to my real estate attorney to draw up the sales contract. We will either meet at the real estate attorney's office to sign the contract, or it can be sent to you. Once you sign the contract and put down a $1,000 deposit, you will receive a copy of the signed paperwork to send to your mortgage company. They will take care of everything from there. My attorney and the title company will arrange a closing and make sure that everything is on time. You will just need to work with your mortgage company to provide all the required documents. Of course, if you have any questions during the process, you can always call me. If they say they're using an agent, reassure them that you will pay the agent's commission. Tell them to have their agent call if he or she has any questions. Reassure them that since they have an agent, nothing will be different in this transaction for them. Before the buyer leaves, you want to hand them a self-addressed stamped envelope with your feedback form and the flyer inside. Ask them to fill it out and put it in the mail to you. I recommend having 20 of the feedback forms and the flyers printed out and put into envelopes. Place a stamp on the top envelope only, and when you hand that one out, place a stamp on the next envelope. This will make sure you're not wasting stamps. Before we end today's video, I want to leave you with some important safety tips. Number 1, make sure that all your valuables are locked up. While it's not common, I've heard of people who've had jewelry stolen during open houses. The same goes for guns and other valuable items. Make sure you lock them up and keep the key in your pocket. Number 2, always conduct an open house with at least 2 people. This will keep you safe as well as your valuables. Number 3, ask everyone to sign in with their name, email address, and phone number. Knowing that you have their information will keep a normally honest person from slipping something into their pocket that's not theirs. Don't get me wrong here. Open houses are not dangerous and you're going to have a great experience with yours. I just want to make sure that you're taking all the precautions you need to ensure your safety. Good luck, and if you have any additional questions, come over to the Facebook group.